Companies are seeking an opportunity to do business with other firms from different countries because of international expansion, generating more revenue, reduction costs, and investment opportunity. Negotiation has played a vital role when each company is dealing with the business. That is inevitable variable when there are cross-cultural interaction. According to the case study, the executive team of England companies set up to have a business negotiation with Japanese executive counterpart. The England company will face some challenge in negotiation with the Japanese company because of cultural variation, language and communication. People thinking, communication and behavior are influenced by culture. Therefore, cultural differences have been recognized as a critical factor in cross-cultural negotiation. In order to have a successful and effective negotiation, negotiator must have knowledge about the negotiation process, and it's impossible in international business that will lead to a win-win situation in both parties. This essay will examine not only challenge and understanding culture diversity between England and Japanese firms, but also and strategies that England companies use to close the business deal potentially. Challenges. Taylor states that culture is the moral knowledge, belief, art, laws, and custom shared by all members in the respective social group, which distinguish the behavior and format the world in different conception. Hofstede claimed that national could not be judged, but it should be understood and respected. Culture differences are one of the biggest challenges from England executive in the negotiation process. Consequently, England negotiators should understand Japanese culture before having the business negotiation through hot fit theory because it can help avoid misunderstanding and change negotiating successful outcomes. Regarding Hofstede's theoretical framework, the theory describes culture difference in 5 dimensions, which are power distance, individualism and collectivism, masculinity and femininity, uncertainty, avoidance and long-term and short-term orientation. Sanderson suggests that Hofstede theory is widely used and accepted in international or intercultural studies, but there are some limitations such as rapid change in internationalism and contingent culture. This paragraph will focus only 4 dimensions and compare culture dimension between
Japan has a high rate of power distance, which means the hierarchy is significant in the organization. Subordinates need to follow their manager's orders and behave respectfully. On the other hand, the England power distance score is low because England's employees can directly communicate with their managers and superiors, are easy, accessibility, and coach their subordinates rather than ordering. When England negotiation team is dealing business with Japanese side, they must select their team members based on status related factor. In this imperative to send negotiation managers who have the same higher rank to meet with Japanese executive. Moreover, England executives to have to grade the more senior managers before getting others by shaking hands and bowing. Japan is collectivism that workers tend to work as a group and look after each other. A relationship is more vital than a task, while the England is in the individualism culture. England workers are concerned about themselves and their own families. The same themselves and their own families. The same value standard need to apply for everyone, and the task prevails over the relationship. For the first meeting, Japanese executives expect the England team to establish a friendly and trust atmosphere for building a strong relationship. The England people usually make a contract with doing business. Nevertheless, Japanese conduct business based on mutual trust and personal relationship. Additionally, there are many cultures and traditions take very seriously, whereas England people have low rate of uncertainty, avoidance, and consider risk takers. They may feel comfortable with unfamiliar situation. When it comes to negotiation with Japanese executive, England must take into account to receiving business card traditional. According to Jacob's business card are called Meshi and shown as sign of respect. England England's side cannot start a business without exchanging the business card because exchanging itself means the beginning of the relationship. When England executives receive business cards, it is necessary to keep them well in card holders, which is considered as social respect.
Another challenge for England's executive is that language and communication, which also play a crucial role in cross-cultural negotiation. Japan official language in Japanese for most local business people. Even younger ones rarely either speak or understand English well. It is easy for them to understand writing text that spoken English. Therefore, England negotiator should bring writing proposal and critical point summary to Japanese counterpart for better understanding. Get 2006. Interpreter may tell England side what they think you want to hear rather than Japanese side say. Thus, having someone from England company as the translator would be better, saying that Japanese side will feel comfortable to speak directly. This eventually get the right information and reduce misinterpretation. Moreover, it is good to speak in a short and simple sentence, which the Japanese to give them a space for discussion. In a high contact culture, non-verbal communication including facial impression, eyes movement and voice tone is important. The verbal message is indirect and relationship is built slowly. Japan is considered and high contact culture, while the England is examined and a low contact culture because non-verbal elements are not significant. They are really on explicit communication. For example, Japanese executives speak quickly with gentle tone and have a polite manner.
Try to have win-win situations between Japanese and England team, which both sides are satisfied with their business agreement. England negotiators should focus not only on presenting their needs, but also showing an understanding of the Japanese negotiation style by following negotiation process as a strategist. Team will succeed in negotiation depending on how well their planning and preparation are. ICE has divided the negotiation process into 5 stages, which are preparation, relationship building, exchange of task-related information, possession and concession and agreement respectively. Executive team also needs to concern Japanese culture because it is related in each negotiation stage. Relationship building, information gathering, negotiating and decision making take considerable time. While England negotiation style may take less time than Japanese because speed matters and time is money. Building relationships is a second step, which Japanese executive give importance. Before initiating business negotiation, it is significant to start creating a good relationship with the Japanese team by having small talk about face and common interests. Moreover, the giving of gifts to the Japanese team for the first time meeting helps build a good business relationship. This negotiation stage is the exchange of task-related information. England side has to take time to gather information and several details before beginning because Japanese are very detail-oriented.
Concession and agreement are the last step for the negotiation process. England negotiators should be aware of various concessions and which concession strategy will be used in negotiation. Japanese approach for decision-making power of the countryside, which means that all relevant executive suggestions must be considered. Therefore, England negotiators should be aware of cross-cultural negotiation with the Japanese firm and follow the negotiation process to generate successful negotiating outcome. Conclusion: in order to succeed in negotiation with the Japanese executive team, the England negotiators must understand culture difference, language and communication of Japanese company. If the England and are well prepared and have deep understanding by using hostage theory and Hall framework as guidelines and negotiation process as the strategy, they will be able to overcome challenging process successfully and generate win-win negotiation.